Okay, so here so much of data is given and we have to do double summation here because f of m comma n comma p also involves one summation and then g of m comma n involves another summation. So it looks like a very big question. Let's see. So here, whatever they have mentioned here, that is nothing but the definition of the SCR. Instead of NCR, they used SCR. So they have just written in a different way, right? And so now let's try to find out what will happen to f of m comma n comma p. As to find out the value of g of m comma n, definitely we need this one on which we are going to apply another summation, right? So one thing that you can observe here, as in this summation only I is the variable, that means this m, this n and this p are going to be constants here. So only the value that is changing is I from 0 to p, right? So first we'll try to find out what will be the answer for this, then we can discuss about what is g of m comma n. Okay, so let's start with this one, with the given first term, that is f of m comma n comma p, which is equal to summation i's from 0 to p, and they have given this one as mci, and this one is going to be n plus I cp and p plus n c p minus I. Okay, so this is what the definition that they have given, right? So what I'll be doing here, so directly I'm going to divide this one by directly we will be dividing this one by n plus p cp, n plus p cp, as n plus p cp is a constant, so there is no problem with that. Okay, so I'm going to divide this one directly by n plus p cp, and as this everything is a constant, so I can take that inside of the summation also, so we won't be having any problem with this, as only I is changing, all the remaining terms are constants here. Okay, so now let's simplify this one. What are we going to get? So that one is going to be summation I is equal to 0 to p, and let's expand this one, right? Let's expand this one. So what are we going to get? So this one is going to be mci, right? This one is going to be mci, and if we expand this one using the definition of NCR, that will be n plus I factorial upon p factorial into this will be n plus I minus p factorial. And similarly, this term is going to be equal to p plus n factorial upon p minus I factorial into p plus n minus p minus I, so which is going to come as n plus I factorial. So once you expanded this one, so some terms are getting cancelled here, right? So we are getting cancelled n plus I factorial. Of course, in the denominator, we have this n plus p cp also. So if you write that one, that will give you p factorial in the numerator, n factorial upon in the denominator, we'll be getting this one as n plus p factorial. So now if you actually see, many terms are going to get cancelled here. So p factorial and p factorial gets cancelled from here. P plus n factorial and p plus n factorial gets cancelled from here, and n plus I factorial and n plus I factorial gets cancelled from here. Okay, so now if we consider the remaining terms that we have here, that is summation I equal to 0 to p, this one is going to be equal to mci, and what are the remaining terms that we have here? So that one is going to be equal to n factorial upon, this is going to be p minus I factorial times n minus, I can write this one as p minus I factorial. So this looks like also another NCR type of definition, right? This is looking like n factorial upon r factorial into n minus r factorial. So ultimately, what we are going to get the value here. So that is f of m comma n comma p upon n plus p cp came out to be sigma I is equal to 0 to p, and we have this one as mci multiplied with the other term is going to be simply n factorial, and r value is going to be p minus I here. So that one is going to be ncp minus I. Okay, so this is what we are going to get as f of m comma n comma p upon m plus n. Cp is simply going to be equal to this value mci times ncp minus I. Okay, so this is what we got as the summation here. So now from the properties of the binomial coefficients, this value is simply going to be equal to m plus n cp. This value is going to be equal to m plus n cp from the binomial properties. Okay, right? So that is what we got here. So f of m comma n comma p upon n plus p cp is going to be equal to m plus n cp. So that is what we got here. So now if we talk about the second part of the question, where they have given g of m comma n, which is going to be the summation of p is changing from 0 to m plus n, p is changing from 0 to m plus n, and we have to take f of m comma n comma p upon n plus p cp. So which is going to be equal to summation of p equal to 0 to m plus n, and this is m plus n cp, right? So now if you expand this one, what are we going to get? So this one is going to be m plus n c0 plus m plus n c1 plus m plus n c2 and so on. So we will be getting this value till m plus n c m plus n. And from the properties, we already know this can be simply written as 2 raised to m plus n. So that is what we got here. So ultimately, we got your g of m comma n is equal to 2 raised to m plus n. So here in the beginning, it might be looking very complicated, but it is completely based on the formulae of NCR formulae, then binomial coefficient formulas. If you use a 3 or 4 formulae that we have here, so ultimately we got g of m comma n is equal to 2 raised to m plus n. So now let's see what are the options that they have given and how we are going to get as the answer for this one. Okay, so what do we got here? So g of m comma n is going to be equal to 2 raised to m plus n. So first option says g of m comma n is going to be equal to g of n comma n. Yeah, obviously g of n comma m is going to be equal to 2 raised to n plus m. So only m and n are getting interchanged. So these two values are going to be same. So automatically option A is correct. And the second option, they are saying g of m comma n plus 1. So g of m comma n plus 1 is simply going to be equal to 2 raised to m plus, in the place of n, we are going to use n plus 1, which can also be written as 2 raised to m plus 1 plus n, which can also be written as g of m plus 1 comma n. So that is what we are proving here. So g of m comma n plus 1 is going to be equal to g of m plus 1 comma n. So option B is also going to be right. Now we need to find out what will happen to g of 2m comma 2n. So g of 2m comma 2n can be written as 2 raised to 2m plus 2n, which can be written as 2 raised to, we can take 2 common, m plus n. Now from the properties of exponents, we can write this one as 2 raised to m plus n whole square. But we know what is 2 raised to m plus n, that is nothing but g of m comma n whole square is what we are going to get. So ultimately option D is also going to be the right answer for this question. So for this, we have the answers as ABD, completely based on the properties of binomial coefficients, right? Then simplifications that we have to do, which will give you the answer for this question as ABD.